Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik. Welcome back to more of Animal Crossing Let's Go City and the City Folk. And... A... 201. Look, we did all the celebrations last time, but... What the... Man! I am very happy to be here, if you cannot tell. So hopefully, you're doing good, because I know I am. What's in the mail? Okay, we've got two things. One from Teddy, one from the Happy Room Academy. Okay, bam, same as usual. Maybe I do want to try and use some Happy Room points at some point in these next 100 episodes. We'll see. And then, yo, Daniel, this is my last day living here in Toffee. Well, Teddy, you were here for the 200th episode and immediately got out of Dodge, which I commend. You know, if you're in a milestone episode, the chances, with the rate at which we chew through villages in this series, that, undoubtedly, eventually, it's like, yeah. So, by the way, this episode's gonna be kind of weird, right? So, I'm gonna go into Nook's store and do a little shopping thing, I explain, because you may notice, and it depends how it comes across in the edits. It might look a little bit choppier than usual, just a tiny bit. And then there is a good reason for that. There is a very, very good reason for that. I have 3 Vegas exports going on at once, and which in the event you don't know, I'm aware I use the term Vegas super casually, as though everyone knows what it is. I'm referring to Vegas editing software. It's what I edit my videos in. It's what I add little, fade in and out, trim any things I need to, mix the audio in. That is Vegas. So when I have a Vegas export going on, I am bodying my computer usually. It goes a bit slow. And yeah, basically, I'm editing. I just finished editing Tomodachi Life yesterday. It went out. I'm gonna make a new one, but I gotta pre-render all 3 different scenes I used in that series. And I figured I'd do that at once, but then I realized I could record this early morning. So my trade-off today is, as stupid as this sounds, I'm just gonna I'm gonna record, and we're just gonna see how it turns out. So it might be a bit choppy. Like, if I stand still, it's thriving. I'm seeing 60 frames a second. We start walking, and it's like, hey, apparently we're going down at 42. So yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. And oh, you wanna know if you wanna upgrade? What is it? Yes, well, you see, I've been worrying about what to do with the store for a while now. I just can't tell if my customers are really happy with the current store. As I've said previously, I think it'd be really interesting if I make him go back to Nook's Cranny this late in the series. So, Nook. I'm gonna stick you on nothing much. I want you to go. Oh, never mind. That just puts. Huh. Okay. So nothing much dismisses him, or doesn't? Huh. Oh, does it dismiss him from asking about that or what? Well, what's the dealio here? So, again, I'm looking at my Vegas preview. I think we might be in for a fun one. Not Vegas, OBS preview. So, yeah, bodying my computer. But I figured, early morning episode of Animal Crossing, I'm in a good mood. Fuck yeah, I can't turn that down. So it might be a little bit choppy. It might be one of those older videos from the first series where we were on Dolphin and my old capture card. But, that's fine. That is fine. Because we will still have fun. We just might not have frames. It actually, the lack of frames is a significant reference to the Minecraft Hardcore, and how that series 2 often will not have frames, because Minecraft Java is a poorly optimized game. But that discussion is neither here nor there. We are here, we're gonna have a good time, and when I'm done with this, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna body my computer a 4th time by starting another export, but for this. And it's going to be great. Maybe we'll even body it a 5th time. Maybe we'll edit another Tomodachi Life video on back-to-back days. It's crazy times. This is episode 200, a motherfucking 1. We don't have frames, but we have good vibes. Me being awake at 11 AM, which is bro, what is happening to my body chemistry? Am I okay? Should I see a doctor? Life is good. Life is delicious. Seriously though, I went to Turkey. That's when the day I came back was when the episode 200 went up. But, yeah, it's okay. It's weird, because I thought I'd be jet-lagged, and I am, but I'm jet-lagged in such the specific way where I've been consistently, without fail, waking up at 9 AM, feeling sufficiently refreshed, and absolutely no drive to go back to bed, which is weird. It's very weird. What did they do to me there? What was in the food? What have you done to me? Because previously my body used to almost religiously, even though I had an alarm set, it was it would try its damn hardest to fall asleep again and wake up super late. Whereas now it's like, yo, I'm awake. I've been awake for a while. It's 11:24. It's like things are happening, things are moving. It's like it's crazy. I don't know what to put in like my water in Turkey, but I'm not complaining. I am not complaining. Anyway, do we have an axe? That seems like a reasonable thing to ask. We don't. I did not have an axe. Oh, this is. I have a feeling if anything's gonna cause the frames to drop, it's gonna be it's gonna be Stutters McGee over here as we're running around. But ooh. I hear a slingshot. No, I heard something that could be slingshotted down. Hey. See, this is great because me standing still here, the game's gonna be like hell yeah, hell yeah. No, OBS, it's gonna be going hell yeah because it knows. You know, it gets a little break. If I'm not moving, it gotta process less of the screen unless I start doing this, in which case, you know, ooh. Well, fair enough. I'm gonna consistently be referring to that the entire time, which I apologize if that drives any of you mental. But I mean, 48 frames a second, that's like double what you see in the cinemas, so, you know, it's not too bad. We're only losing 12 frames a second, he says, while it jumps down to 36. And no, okay, you don't have an axe, you're just mean. You're mean and cringe and... I mean, I could have sold him the firebar, but I'm gonna keep it. I would have sold it to him if he had an axe, you know how it is? It's like, you know, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, but it's like, you know... Yeah. Also, if you're wondering why the hell I didn't pause my exports, Vegas doesn't have a pause button, so... We're doing this one just very strange, you know? I like that fact. Weirdly. I don't know, I'll walk everywhere, though. I'll give my processor, my GPU, whatever is fighting for its life in my computer right now, a little bit more leeway to live. Like, if I walk everywhere... You know, in theory, I'm throwing less stuff at my my computer to process. So we'll make it work. Kitty, this must be the first time I've been in your house, and if you don't mind me saying, your taste is abysmal. Oh, it's you, Daniel. I haven't seen you for a while, Morower. So, had a good time being away? I did. As for me, well, you know, still looking fabulous. I mean, fun fact, while I was away in Turkey, I fought tooth and nail to make sure that I was not getting sunburned, and you want to know what happened? I got the cutely sunburned on the last day. That's evil. But my siblings, on the other hand, they were bro. They went to like Sunburn University and graduated in a master's of being in pain, which is like, yeah. They're like, why are you hiding under the thing? Don't you want to get a tan? And A, no, and B, those are the repercussions. No, thank you. So it was a good holiday though. It was weird though because in Turkey they don't have pork, so. There was no bacon, no sausage, and no pepperoni on the pizza. Which is not that I complain, because having a chicken calzone kind of banged. But it was weird. I came back, the first thing I did was order Domino's. No, I went to Pizza Hut, actually, I think. I talked about that in the one recording, I can't remember for the life of me what it was. But, yeah, oh, bro, I missed pork so much. It's like, I understand the cultural difference, but it's like, bro, I was having sausages that were made out of pork, it's weird. But you know, I'm sure if somebody from there came to the UK and tried, one that wanted to try them, you know, it'd be equally as weird. But it was, yeah. It was a fun time though. It was a fun time. I'm glad I went. I have now been abroad to 4 different foreign countries. Well, I've been alive. Very nice. In case you wondering what the other ones were, I believe it was Holland, Netherlands, France, Norway, and yeah. Where next? Who's to say? But how you doing, Derwin? Get out how long you've been asleep. Because with bedheads as ferocious as yours, you must have been asleep for at least 2 weeks. I mean, if you're gonna sleep that much, at least invite me. I wasn't in the country for one of those weeks, Derwin. I wasn't in the country. You got anything else for me? We're gonna make up for lost time, kitty cat. You know, you're just... Fine. Fine, I guess. So... What to do? Because I don't know what I want to do. I'm in a good mood. I'm just kind of vibing. I'm chilling. I'm in my element. I'm in my chill era, but I legitimately have come on episode 201, and immediately I don't know what to do. Which is slightly foreboding, right? Because in case you don't know, in case you guys aren't familiar, I believe we are now 16, 17 episodes behind the current episode count for New Horizons. Of which we rapidly lost steam going up to, and then after episode 200. So me not knowing what to do in this episode is kind of like, you know, no, the steam, don't leave me, please. So, yeah, mild concern. I mean, I can fish. I mean, look, whenever I'm bored in an Animal Crossing game, or I just want a chill episode, I can fish. And, you know, early morning fishing, it has a ring to it. It's like, look, I use my motion control, I cast my rod out, the fish swims away, but not good enough, and then, come on, do it. Come on. What the hell? I got a guppy, word uppy. That was such a bad pun, I'm not even going to screenshot it, but that sounds like something I could put in the museum. Indeed. Anyway. I'm trying to think what to talk about, because obviously I want this to be kind of a low-key episode out of the interest of making it watchable in terms of frame rate. Being stood next to this river really isn't helping in that regard, I'm aware, but, you know, we gotta make do with what we can. But, I want to have a little ramble with you guys, because episode 201, you know, you guys who are here, you guys are either the real ones, or you're just dropping in because you saw the series someone had 201 episodes, and you're like, how in the fuck is this still going? And good question, the answer may in fact just be raw determination. Yes, I do have a little bit of thing to chat with you guys about, because I'm working on a new Neremik 2 video. I know, working on that channel semi-regularly, it's like, yo, you tell me, it's like, it's kind of crazy. I'm kind of working on a new Neremik 2 video. And I'm not going to say I've got writer's block, but I've got a slight wall that I've run into in terms of how to write it. Because I've said, at least to myself, I'm not sure if I've said it in a video, I always wanted to go make another video talking about New Horizons after my first one. I reviewed New Horizons October 2020, so it wasn't fully done updating at the time, but I thought it was complete enough to give a verdict on. I wanted to go back since and kind of give a, I'm not sure we call it like a post-mortem ish thing as we look to the next Animal Crossing game, and I started writing it. I'm going to listen to Kitty, and then I'll continue rambling. I'll go smash some more rocks in. Like, do you like your new top, Kitty? Kiki. Well, kiddo, where have you been hiding? Have you been off on a trip or something? I was. Or have you been avoiding me? I have not. Don't worry. But, I've been... Look, I think the issue is with that is that when I made that initial video, it was kind of like already getting done to death, and now we're 3.5 years out from that video, so it's like, I'm kind of concerned. My main wall is, A, that I'm going to get something fundamentally wrong in the portion of the video I'm writing, because it's split into two halves. It's going to kind of be I won't say a full-on attack, but a very... I would say objective criticism of what I perceive to be the worst elements of how New Horizons was handled as a game that had updates. And then a second part, which I'm going to leave as a surprise in the video, because like the Minecraft one, it is going to have a turning point where we have some, you know, holier-than-thou random takeaway at the 50th minute mark. Okay, maybe not exactly the same, but yeah, no, there's going to be two halves to it. Whether or not people stick around for that second half is yet to be determined. I got to write the first half in a way that the people who would get the second half the best don't leave, which is difficult. It's tricky when I'm criticizing the game from a place of love, because it sounds like I just want to body half the Nintendo staff, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Now, how are you doing, Punchy? The favourite. Daniel, how long have you been asleep? Because with better as ferocious of yours, you must have been asleep for at least 2 weeks. If you're going to sleep that much, at least invite me. Since you weren't around to hang out with, I was feeling kind of lonesome. Oh, you pulled my heartstrings, you cat. But I did sleep all whilst I was away, to be fair. It was just what I did, you know. We'd go do something for a few hours, get lunch, and then it's like, I wouldn't say I have a siesta. I would go on my phone and scroll through Twitter or Instagram. And then sometimes I would fall asleep for like an hour, 30 minutes. But it was weird. It was weird having naps. It was strange. Although, to be fair, whilst I was in Instagram, whilst I was in Turkey, they banned Instagram, and I was like, no, my reels, no. The one way I can say I'm better than someone who has TikTok installed because I, you know, use the Instagram, probably worse equivalent instead. It's like, no, don't leave me. I think they did get TikTok too, but it was weird, it was sad. One of my friends did commit to sending me as many reels as they feasibly could, whilst I didn't have the ability to see a response to any of them. Because I am like an Instagram Reels gremlin. I will send so many of them to so many people if I get going. It's crazy. It's crazy. Pockets are full. To be fair, I've got fish in my pockets. It makes sense. I should go donate the one that I've got. I think is new, because I mean, it would be better than selling it to Nook with the rest of them. But yeah, no, back to that New Horizons video. I got a few takeaways. More, a lot of them will probably be a little bit cold, but I do want to have my own little spin on it. Because I have come away. and I'm gonna run it past you guys, right? You guys are watching, chilling. I'm gonna run something past you guys. You know, like my test audience, right? In case you're new here, this is exactly what we do. Like, see, could you imagine if I like ran review ideas or video essay ideas past you guys like even a little while ago? It would have been insane. But like, you know, see, now I make reviews on like slightly more palatable things. So I'm not gonna be asking you guys for your in-depth thoughts on Shenmue 2. Don't worry, we did that one. Still a banger. But basically, what my kind of second half of the video is gonna somewhat lean on is the idea that Animal Crossing as a game, as a series, at least to me, presumably as there's a billion other people in the world, some people I'm gonna have something in common with, I am sure, is that Animal Crossing to me, I'm thinking of it for ages, is about the enjoyment you get of the journey and not the destination, which is something I kind of hinted at in my Pocket Camp video, and it kind of expands on. Because whereas there I said, okay, you're giving, you know, direct goals for players to fulfill constantly, you know, that creates a different dynamic, which I would argue keeps you coming back. And this is, again, this is going to kind of stem from other stuff, sort of down the video. But it's like, okay, you get an Animal Crossing game, and it's like, okay, your destination is, well, take City Folk for example, pay off your house, do the town fund, and then those are your like objective tasks, and then there are the other things you want to do. So, you know, it's like, do you want to fill out the museum? Do you want to put paths all over your town? Do you want to hybrid files? And those are the goals you assign yourself. But oh my god, Neon Tetra hadn't been donated to. Go me. But yeah, I would say Animal Crossing, at least to me, is about the journey to the destination. And it's in doing those tasks where you derive the most enjoyment from the game. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to be paying off my house because that gives me something to do. It means it's not just, you know, talking simulator. You know, I'm doing something. But the things that you do alongside that are, you know, fun. The different ways you can get the money, engaging with the villagers in the town, stuff like that is what brings the experience together. You've got a driving factor that makes you experience the other things. But when that driving factor is taken away, either because you complete it or because there's a lack of them, that is what causes you to lose interest. You do it, bro, I'm in the middle of, like, running an idea past the people. Do you really have a Crucian Carp? I do. Glad to hear I got a business proposition for you. Would you summon that Crucian Carp? I can offer you 124 bells. Sold. I think that saves me having to go into Nook's store at all now, doesn't it? But, yeah. Thanks, Rocco. Thank you for buying my fish. Damn it, I have a fossil on me that I need to get assessed. Never mind. I knew there was something I was missing. Ah well. We'll keep talking. Hope you're enjoying whatever's on the board there, Kiki. But yeah, so when that thing that kind of drives you on your journey to a destination gets taken away, for one reason or another, I would argue that makes less of it feel fulfilling, which is weird because this series directly challenges that. In case you don't know, it was always meant to end when we got the lighthouse, and then it just kind of didn't. We extended it and extending it, and that. What I find interesting about, like, I accidentally clicked donation. No, we need to check the fossil, and we donated it. It's one of the few we don't have. But no, the series was meant to end at the lighthouse, and then once we kept going, it was out of a want to keep playing the game purely because it's just kind of a fun, it's a nice chill time. I enjoy the other things than what the destination I was heading for. But also, I did assign myself my own goals, like getting the sweet set, getting a perfect town, trying to get the effing axe, you know, playing all the little games in the city. That is what drives me, you know, it keeps me going. Which is weird. Because I kind of want to use that as a point of attack against New Horizons, like, aha. Because New Horizons is very, very easy. I would argue, at least in terms of achieving things, because you know you can make all the bells very quickly in New Horizons. I'd argue it's like the easiest game to be rich off your ass in. So you very quickly blitz through the you know, in the base game, in like version 1.0, you can blitz through upgrading a house. And then with the lack of public works projects, because you can just place everything outside, there's not really much of a grind to get the money to fund them. You know, it's very easy to get all of the buildings, pretty much. And then, you know, it's like a few 100,000, I think maybe close to 1 million to max out Half's Plaza, and that's kind of it for the rolls. Which doesn't sound like a lot, it sounds about equivalent to what this game has. But the speed at which you're able to achieve them, and then the lackluster elements in what would constitute your journey alongside trying to pursue them, like, you know, the villager dialogue's lackluster, kind of is what makes the game fall apart very quickly, because it reaches a very big high, and that's not to sustain it, because, you know, well, you know, it's a weird trade-off. So that's kind of my bro. But that's kind of my takeaway. Like, Animal Crossing, first and foremost, is about the journey, not the destination, but the destination still has to exist in order to drive the journey. Like, I'm not gonna, I don't know, I'm trying to give an example from a different game. Like, you can, this isn't exclusive for everyone, but let's say Zero Escape, right? Visual novel game, really good story, and it's got escape room puzzles. Like, in the same way, people will play Animal Crossing and be completely satisfied in just, you know, decorating their house and talking to villagers. You know, just because people would go away and play a Zero Escape game, just because they bloody love escape rooms, doesn't mean that, you know, the story of those games is relevant. And it also doesn't mean that the goal in an Animal Crossing game is relevant because people vibe more with it. I'm not sure if it makes sense. Or obviously, once that video is done, I'll be able to articulate it a little better. But that's kind of my main takeaway. And then I'm going to challenge it with this game. I'm still going to probably come away with a takeaway that New Horizons kind of lacks in both the destination and the journey. Because the destination kind of gets squandered because they didn't expand what you could have been reaching for. There's like an objective goal in the games as much as they could have, and then the journey's squandered because the journey is not as good as any other Animal Crossing game, and I will stand by it. Unless like you're a massive decorator fan, in which case yes, it is. But you know, the journey's quicker because you can make a lot of money, and the villages and other stuff that accompany it just don't feel there. So it's going to be a very weird high-level video. It's going to start off with base criticisms like, okay, the updates are bad. Maybe throw my hat into a few rings about why I think updates were always planned, even though maybe they were delayed for reasons. But I don't know. It seems like an interesting video, but it seems very difficult to articulate. Because again, I don't want to like. I'm not sure what this word is. I don't want to show my entire hand early on. I do not want to start with a high-level analysis of what would drive you to want to play an Animal Crossing game, because it's different for each person. We gotta stick that shit near the end. Once we've gone through the journey and we get to the destination, where we talk about that is a tongue twister and a mindfuck. No idea why I decided to phrase it like that. But yeah, no, I gotta start with the surface level stuff that's probably gonna make people, unfortunately, click off before we get to the really juicy shit. So I gotta write very well. So by all means, if any of you guys feel like being my little proofreaders or ghostwriters in the comments, feel free. Because it's episode 201, you know, it's like, we can do this. We are allowed. Also, I think I haven't spoke to you the entire episode, Tank, so before I go in my house and wrap up, I will speak to you. Yeah, there you are. For a second I thought it was just a red flower, but no, you do exist. Hey, hold on. Haven't seen you in a while, huh? But how many weeks has it been, man? 2? Guess I'll strike a time being so focused on setting the world squat thrust speed record. Well, thank you. Thank you. So I think it's going to end there. Hopefully you catch a fish, Punchy. I hope you do. And yeah, I was yapping so much I entirely forgot about the fact that this recording may just entirely look like it was choking the entire time. Wouldn't that be funny? If you click on this video, you wonder like, huh, I wonder why this one's called Chugging Along. Maybe it's because he didn't do much this episode and was just kind of chugging along, vibing. And then you find out, no, it has a double meaning actually, because it is true, but also the frames were indeed chugging along. Wait, I think I'm gonna sell my fossils to Nook. You know, that's a task for next week. That's a task for next week. Still, I do not know. I don't know. I kind of want to change my outfit if we're starting this new stint of episodes, but we should have done that in the episode. Maybe we'll have a makeover episode next time. We'll see what makes us work. Should I like Gracie Grace and stuff? Because I know there was orange check tee. We must have worn it at some point in order for it to be stuck in here and not sold, but wow, never mind. That's atrocious. The fact I wore that is an insult to myself. That's not even going back in. That's getting sold the next time. Get out of my sight. I mean, we could go back to the iconic Kiwi shirt, to be fair. We could go back to the iconic Kiwi shirt. You know, no. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something crazy. A little bit quirky, a little bit kooky, a little bit unorthodox. I'm gonna pull out the tuxedo. Now I'm not just a chef celebrating New Year's. I am a chef with a profound sense of style. Like, does he just not look like he's got somewhere to be or what? Kind of crazy. You know, we'll rock that for a few episodes, and if it's really bad, we'll go back and buy this New Year's shirt, but now I'm just saying, Chef-amic may event at the building, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, as is obligatory, I'm going to stand next to the hay bale for this one, just because it'll annoy me should I ever do another video going through the photos. By the way, I hope you all enjoyed that video. Not sure how I forgot to mention that in the 24-minute mark, but you know, it is how it is. But yes, that is going to be it for now. So, of course, if you have enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It does always help a bunch. Lets me know that you do want to see more of this and all that good stuff. Do I seem like an insane person on this recording because there was no lag at all? Or do all of you want to hit me with a brick for deciding this was a good idea to record when, again, my computer is being bodied by 3 continuous, simultaneous instances of something that would usually body my computer if just one of them was running? Yeah, if this wasn't a capture card recording, this video would be unwatchable. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. And yeah, if you somehow enjoyed it, feel free to like and subscribe. It helps a bunch. See more of this and all that good stuff. I'm choking my words out, but, you know, it's episode 201. You know, we had a good time regardless, I would hope. And yes, see you all next time. So until next time, more said on all that aside, thanks for watching, guys. My name's been Neremik, and peace out.